How you feeling? Letting sad, force the peace. We were selling heavy squares, even if you get in front of how you feeling? Letting sad, force the peace. We were selling heavy squares,
Let's meet the visiting team, Los Angeles Lakers. At shooting guard, Hassan Thompson. At the other guard position, Amen Thompson. At center, Victor Wembanyama. At power forward, LeBron James. At the other forward position, Luka Doncic. Now introducing the starters for your number 42, Kevin Love. 6'10", number 5, Nikola Jokic. 6'6", number 11, Harden. 6'1", number 2, number 14, Tyler.
Hello and thanks for joining us at Noche La NBA, the NBA's celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. And tonight, we've got the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Miami Heat here in Miami. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On our sideline, David Aldridge. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Look at the Lakers. They continue to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And, of course, there's the Heat. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record. And now the Lakers starting group. Thompson is out there with the Sar Thompson. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's James in at the power forward. And for Miami, wing pairing will be Hero and Hawkins Jr. Then there's Terry Rozier. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Jovic in at the four-man position. Coming into this game, Stan, it's clear who the media thinks will win. We've been reading about it and hearing about it for the last couple days.
Yeah, but Kevin, you know, none of us in the media know what we're talking about. It's just a lot of speculation. And look, it's a cliche, but it's also true. The games aren't won on paper, they're won out on the court, and anyone in the NBA can beat anyone else on a given night.
Which makes me look forward to this one.
Absolutely.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Doncic against Rozier. And they double up Doncic. Wembanyama passes to James. And here is Doncic. 6 to shoot. Here's Wembanyama. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Rozier the pass to Jovic. Off target from three-point range. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start off the game. Here's Doncic. And it's blocked. Thompson against Rozier. And Thompson sends it back. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Rozier against Thompson. Here's Jovic. Drills it from outside.
Well, look, Love has great court awareness. You leave someone open on his team, and he'll find you.
Well, it was Miami winning their last game against the Portland Trail Blazers.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Well, when you can build your lead with the second unit on the floor, that makes the game a heck of a lot easier.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And this is why Rozier's out there. He knows he has the trust of his teammates to take that shot.
Thompson in the posts. He's covered by Hero. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for Miami.
Number 55, Duncan Robinson.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Miami's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And it's Rozier missing.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And really, Stan, Victor Wembanyama has a chance to be one of those paradigm-shifting players. Don't you agree?
Oh, no doubt, Kevin. First of all, there are not going to be very many 7'4" guys come along. And then come with the skills that he has on a court, the length, his mobility, how fluid he is, it's unprecedented.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
And here comes your Heat Breaker dance crew.
And we've had a lineup change for the Lakers. And now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. What a month it's been for these teams defensively. The Lakers in 5th.
Well, you have to praise their defense over the last month. They've been working as a team to put almost constant pressure on opposing offenses. Just terrific stuff.
Rozier with the ball. He's guarded by Cooper. Down low. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Using good court recognition there. Rozier able to make the right play out of that pick and roll.
And that one's good, Boston.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And the basket by Rozier.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
So it's the Lakers now, after Terry Rozier hitting the three. They set the screen. Here's Cooper. Highsmith grabs the miss.
They'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option.
2 points, that one goes.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Cooper against Rozier. With the drive, it's deflected. Outside Robinson. And the dunk by Robinson.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Five seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Hachimura. And then Hachimura with the jam.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Heat out front. They lead by 3. And the second quarter will get underway just after this. Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter. Doncic out there with Chet Holmgren. Then it's Austin Reeves. Then it's Connect. And it's Hachimura in at the center position. That free throw missing. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And we've talked about the skill. Doncic has polished his game at a very young age, and that pump fake was a seasoned veteran's move.
Both free throws good from Doncic.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Heat. 3-point lead. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
And they were mired in foul trouble the last time they played. Let's see if they can avoid that this time out. Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Hachimura kicks to Holmgren. Here's Connect, guarded by Robinson. Lakers working the ball around now. Just 5 on the clock. Holmgren can't hit. The Heat leading by 5. In the corner, it's Richardson for the 3. And rebounded by Connect.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
Lakers trail by 3 to the middle and stolen by Thibault. Master Burks shoots over Hachimura.
And that's a welcome sign for sure. Hachimura demonstrating a willingness to want to improve as a defender. Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. You can see some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Well, it's a player's league, but certainly coaching has its place.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
Everybody get down. Two left feet there.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Rui Hachimura. Bol comes in for Chet Holmgren. Asar Thompson, he's checked in for Doncic. And Amen Thompson subbed in for Connect. Jaquez the pass to Love. Hero with it. Outside for Robinson. Here's Jaquez. Goes up the baseline. Wembanyama with the rebound.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Jaquez against Thompson. Pass to Robinson. Now here's Love. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And it's Bol that time on the assist by Wembanyama. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Well, those early blocks are key. They are intimidating their opponents and making them hesitate.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score. And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Outside Robinson, back to Rozier. 34 seconds left to play here in the half. Outside Robinson, shot clock at 5 to stop the drought. And the basket by Rozier. Rozier's got it all tied up now for the Heat.
Never shy about shooting the rock. We've seen Rozier go off in the playoffs before. He loves the limelight.
Here's Thompson, coming off a 12-point game his last outing. Wembanyama, a screen on Hero. The try by Thompson, and that one drops. Thompson's got 6.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Los Angeles on top as they end the second quarter with a 13-5 run. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, which end of the floor is most important in terms of change?
Well, on both ends. Decision-making offensively. With the turnovers, got them out in the open court, got them some easy ones, and we have to settle into our game defensively, try to disrupt them a little bit. It's been way too easy for us.
We'll see if you can get your fingerprints on this game. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot. 2 One more time.
When I look at Miami, we've seen a dip in their play. One, they can L4 with a month just left in the regular season.
Yeah, and taking a look back now at the first half of play, the Lakers find themselves in a tight one.
Love that they're taking high.
Thank you for being with us.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Nice game. Great performance by Terry Rozier.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Now Hawkins. Scoreless thus far. The guard set is Rozier and Hero. Then there's Kevin Love. Then there's Jaime Hawkins. And it's Jovic in the power forward position. So that's where Expulsion starts the second half with.
Wow, look at Kevin Love attacking the rim, using his height to get up there.
Out to Thompson. And Stan, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. And I personally love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. You've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would say, Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, way to play an attack mode and get to the line.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low number.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys.
All right, defense, get out and show some love for your Heat squad. Attention fans, now on the court is your Heat squad. Get loud and let them hear it. It's time for T-shirts.
And let's take this opportunity to show you the shooting guards with the highest percentage from the floor over the last month. Second, Amen Thompson. And, of course, Tyler Hero.
You know, just ask this group. Sometimes when you're hot, you're hot. And it's a comforting feeling for a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming on the perimeter.
Well, it's the kind of reliable shooting a team needs from the two spot. It makes the defense work a lot harder when they have to stay active all over the floor.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Get ready to get hyped, fans. It's your Heat Breaker Dance Crew.
Angelos making a switch here.
Make some noise.